Come on, Team Cowboys!
Angry Cowboys fan, are you down to ride? Angry Cowboys fan, are you down to ride? Drop a like on the video, go ahead and subscribe.
What's going on, Cowboys Nation and Angry Cowboys fans around the world? Y'all know who it is. It's your man, the Angry Cowboys fan, and we are currently 12 days away from the 2025 NFL Draft, the day where an NFL team could change the trajectory of their roster, in turn, changing the future of said team. A day where a team can better their team, or in the Dallas Cowboys case, flesh out the existing roster. People have asked me my expectations for the Dallas Cowboys. Should I consider them a playoff team or not? Honestly, I don't set expectations off of a destination for this team. My expectations are the behind-the-scenes move for the front office, the scheme from the coaching staff, and the expectation of the players. So, with 12 days to go, I'm gonna tell Cowboys Nation what I feel the Dallas Cowboys need to do in order to make this team one that can compete with the best of the best in the NFL, and it's gonna happen during this Raw and Uncut. Get ready for the Angry Cowboys fans, Raw and Uncut.
Keeping it real, man. Keep it real. That's real.
All right, Cowboys Nation, I'm not gonna sugarcoat this. This upcoming draft is one of the most important drafts for the Dallas Cowboys in recent memory. I honestly feel this whole offseason is one of the most important for the Dallas Cowboys. As of right now, the Dallas Cowboys have so many holes within the roster that they can't enter this draft with a lackadaisical approach. They can't go into this draft trying to finagle the board to get more bang for their buck. Jerry, Steven, Will, and Brian Schottenheimer have to win this draft because the 2025 team depends on it. Out of all the positions on the team, there are a few that need some attention, Cowboys Nation. Whether it's in the free agency realm or this upcoming draft, running back, wide receiver, defensive tackle, cornerback, and linebacker need to be addressed with a sense of urgency. We all seen the movements the Cowboys made up to this point when it comes to free agency. They re-signed some important players while they also allowed some to walk out the front door to different teams. They addressed a few of those positions either during last year with Jonathan Mingo or during this year's free agency with a Javonte Williams, with a Kyer Elam, Jack Sanborn, Kenneth Murray, Paris Campbell, and Dante Fowler. Out of those names, you'll probably have like 3 or 4 starters in those names, while a couple of those names might not even make the active 53-man roster. But let's keep it a buck, Cowboys Nation. The Dallas Cowboys have made moves, but those moves have not moved the needle so much so that Cowboys fans feel comfortable going into training camp. This team needs to do more on both sides of the ball in order to be competitive for this upcoming season. We've spoke about where the Cowboys should go with their first overall pick. We've done mock draft after mock draft after mock draft, hoping that one of them would become reality for Cowboys Nation. But there is one position that could help fix this offense. One position that could improve the flow of the offense and its efficiency, and that's the running back position. We have witnessed with our team as well as other teams that the run game is one of the most fundamental elements of a team that translates into the postseason. The run game also travels outside of the confines of AT&T Stadium. The run game is weatherproof and can be the determining factor in the battle of time of possession, ultimately being the reason for beating great teams in the NFL. Brian Schottenheimer has put a lot of emphasis on bringing back the run game and allowing it to be married with the pass game. This philosophy of Marty Ball, it's a ground and pound philosophy that sees a team not give up on the run game as easy as Mike McCarthy did in his tenure as the Dallas Cowboys head coach. It's going to need a workhorse to lead the charge, something that the Dallas Cowboys do not have at this point, something that can be picked up during this year's draft. Good thing for the Dallas Cowboys, this year's NFL draft is packed with great running back talent. From Ashton Genty to Amarion Hampton, from Quinshon Judkins to his Ohio State running mate Travion Henderson. The Dallas Cowboys have the chance to fortify their backfield, in turn, taking the pressure off of Dak Prescott as being the only form to move the ball down the field. We also know that when Dak Prescott has a great rushing attack, that his quarterback play is top notch no matter who he has at the wide receiver position. If a running back can get more than 100 yards per game, then the Dallas Cowboys are more successful than when they have to solely rely on Dak Prescott's arm. If Dak Prescott is forced to throw the ball more than 30 times, he starts to get sloppy, forcing the ball into harm's way, getting more interceptions. So I feel the Dallas Cowboys pick at running back is going to be as important as the overall draft itself. But we all know the running back by committee thing was not working for the Dallas Cowboys. Last year, it was a shit show when it came to the running back room, with Rico Dowdle holding down that position group by cracking open 1,000 yards. He accomplished this with a revolving offensive line and a hurt Zach Martin. Even though some don't consider Rico's accomplishments impressive, once you take that into consideration, the issues of our offensive line being green, just imagine a running back that is an absolute dog at their position. Just imagine that running back is named RB1 from day one and Brian Schottenheimer commits to him. Not only does this help the offensive line with its blocking, it helps the quarterback with not having to feel as if the game relies solely on him. It helps the receivers by forcing the opposing defensive coordinators to respect the run and load the box. This, in turn, leaves your receiver threats one-on-one with their defensive backs. It helps control the flow of the game. It allows your offense to eat up the time of possession while at the same time giving your defensive studs that much-needed rest on the sidelines. All this happens by acquiring a force at the running back position. When the Dallas Cowboys had a great 1-2 punch in Ezekiel Elliott and Tony Pollard, Dak Prescott was able to feel comfortable in the pocket. He was able to distribute the ball to different receivers. There were receivers that wasn't a name, came to the Dallas Cowboys, became a name, and when they left the Cowboys, they kind of fell off. If you look back at those playoff losses to the San Francisco 49ers, what did the Dallas Cowboys have that they didn't have against the Green Bay Packers in 2023? An above-average rushing attack. That same rushing attack allowed players like Cedric Wilson and Noah Brown to shine. We were out there running reverse pass plays during those days, all because we had a credible threat in the backfield. So, Angry Cowboys fan family, y'all see the importance of the Dallas Cowboys making the run game a major priority for this upcoming draft. Last year, the Dallas Cowboys talked about upgrading the running back room during draft time last year, but only brought back Ezekiel Elliott and ignored the entire running back class that gave us players like Bucky Barnes, Braylon Allen, Rasheen Ali, and so on. The Dallas Cowboys can't afford to do this again this year. They can't afford to repeat what they did for the last 2 years, and that's take project players with the first picks of both drafts. 2023, we saw Mozzie Smith, and 2024 was Tyler Guyton. We cannot repeat this, Cowboys Nation. It is of the utmost importance that we win in this upcoming draft. And I know, Cowboys Nation, I know I have some people that are saying that another wide receiver, a wide receiver 2, is the most important move for the Dallas Cowboys. I mean, I would agree that it is of the utmost importance to land a great wide receiver to complement CeeDee Lamb and give Dak Prescott another target. With this receiver class not being as deep as the running back class, it is important to know when to pull the trigger on the receiver that you want. There are a few names I feel that would be a great 1A to CeeDee Lamb's 1. Players like Tetairoa McMillan, Luther Burden III, Emeka Egbuka, Matthew Golden, Trey Harris, Savion Williams, and Ty Felton, just to name a few, Cowboys Nation. We also look toward Jalen Tolbert to make his third-year leap for our Dallas Cowboys. I love the fact that he's been with Dak Prescott on the field, at his charity events, basically in Dak Prescott's left pocket, continuing to strengthen that bond between wide receiver and quarterback, which is super important. With the Dallas Cowboys drafting a great wide receiver at the wide receiver 2 position, his ability should be able to open up Jake Ferguson's abilities on the field. Every great quarterback has their security blankets. Tony Romo had Jason Witten. Patrick Mahomes has Travis Kelce. Jake Ferguson needs to be Dak Prescott's Jason Witten or Travis Kelce. So, if you have opposing defenses keen on your run game and your receiving crew, it should leave your tight end one-on-one with linebackers, depending on the defensive package that's in the game. This could allow Jake Ferguson to eat down the seams or in the middle of the field. But this has been your man, the Angry Cowboys fan. Cowboys Nation, I could go into what I want to see from the coaching staff, but that would make this video about a 30-minute long video. If y'all want me to do that video, y'all go ahead and let me know in the comment section. If you want to comment on this video, y'all know how we do it. We always talk about it in the comment section. If you're digging this content and want to help the Angry Cowboys fan reach its current goal of 10K subscribers, drop a like on this video and please consider sharing it with anybody that you know is a Dallas Cowboys fan. If you are DC for life and you're counting down the days until the 2025 NFL Draft, hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell to be notified whenever I go live, release a video, podcast episode, film breakdown, draft coverage, or Madden 25 or College Football 25 gameplay. It is super important that our Dallas Cowboys get this draft right, Cowboys Nation. I understand that no team wins every single pick that they have during the draft, but we have to hit on more than 2 players. We need to hit on our first 3 picks and the rest contributing to depth pieces. Will the Dallas Cowboys treat the running back and wide receiver positions as priorities this year? We'll find out in 12 days, Cowboys Nation. But until then, this has been your man, the Angry Cowboys fan, and I'm out. Dang, Angry Cowboys fan, you done made it through the entire video. But if you want more content, you can definitely go to this video right here. Or if you want the latest episode of the Angry Cowboys Fan Podcast, you can go right here. But whatever you do, like, share, and subscribe to the channel, but remain DC for life.